Personal safety concerns can be a critical barrier to public transit use. Infrastructure features like poor lighting, limited visibility, and unmonitored access points can make potential riders feel unsafe, pushing them towards other transportation options. But these problems can be addressed through smart urban planning. This is the idea behind crime prevention through environmental design, or CPTED. By implementing design standards with personal safety in mind at bus and rail stations, transit agencies can support transit ridership and improve service. Smarter Center researchers at the University of Delaware are studying how CPTED principles are being implemented at transit stations in cities across the mid-Atlantic United States. Through design standard reviews and field assessments, Dr. Jenny Sachs and her team are developing comprehensive practices for CPTED implementation at public transit facilities.
So crime prevention through environmental design in its current form involves 5 main components. The first is maintenance. So are the spaces at the public transit stations, around the stations maintained well? Is there litter on the ground, or are there waste bins for trash and recycling? The next element is natural surveillance. So are you able to see around you? Are materials selected to allow clear sightlines, and is there adequate lighting to allow you to see what's happening around you? Access control relates to the access of the locations. Are unauthorized areas closed off to prevent unwanted uses? Also, activity support. The classic example of something that falls under activity support is if you have a park, are there dog bowls out in the park? That encourages park users, dog walkers, to use those spaces. And then finally, the last element is territoriality. So are the boundaries of a location well defined?
These 5 elements were present to varying degrees at the transit stations included in the study. Researchers found that the sites were generally well maintained, with ample waste bins and shatter-resistant materials. Elements of natural surveillance, like long sight lines and domed mirrors, were also common. Other CPTED principles like access control and territoriality were less consistently implemented, with fewer sites featuring security cameras, clearly defined entrances, and informational signage. Taken together, these assessments reveal a mixed picture of CPTED implementation in the region, but point towards a practical framework that transit agencies can use to develop more safety-conscious practices.
The absence of CPTED features doesn't necessarily mean that a location is unsafe, just as the presence of all of the features doesn't guarantee its safety. But taken together, CPTED principles, when implemented, do contribute to a sense of safety. What I'm hoping is that this project will kind of raise awareness of CPTED principles and how they can be applied in public transit to make it more safe and to encourage users to ride public transit for all of those incredible benefits. And we may not be able to change our entire system all at once, but if we have these principles in mind, as we upgrade infrastructure a piece at a time, we can integrate more CPTED principles to make our public transit safer to ride.